What's good, YouTube? Your boy 21 here, bringing you my updated gadget list. As you guys can see, I'm still running the 9 gadget variant, and I'm still running chain gadgets. Starting off is 2 gear frames, 3 fortress, 1 gores, 2 redox, 3 yellow, 3 red, 3 green. New addition, 2 trap tricks mermilio. The same 3 cards kage, 3 tango fish. Silent warning, 1 compose, new addition, 2 void trap hole, 1 bottomless trap hole, 2 call Lee hunted. Still running the 3 sacred sword, my 3 chain summoning, my 3 mystical space typhoons, and a dark hole. As for the extra deck, let me get that out for you guys. So I did make some new additions to it. 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 King of Pharaoh Elms, 1 Gan X, 1 Black Ship of Corn, 1 Dagusto Emerald, 2 Maestro Symphony Degens. Still running that garbage ass Master Blades, 1 Lavava Chain, 1 Evil Swarm Ouroboros, 1 Gemini Pearl, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Biz Dweller. New addition, number 104 Masquerade. Amazing card. Keeps you from being scared of getting Swift Scarecrows dropped in you, and also keeps you from being scared of things like Gores and Tragodia. Sorry the light's kind of glaring on it, but it's the only place in the house where I can record right now. So yeah, and still Swarm Roach. Okay, as for the new additions to the deck, let me explain some things. I added Trap Turks Marmelio mainly because I needed more defense for my deck. And the fact that it searches out my bottomless and void trap hole, a card I've always liked, it just never had enough support for me to actually put it in a deck. It's really amazing because it's like a pseudo gadget. So I see that as like the brown gadget, if you guys want to call it that. And also, his second effect to pop a back row is very important because while testing, I can make plays like go 10 playing get goldfish, special Merlio, pop back row overlay to King of the Pharaoh Elms, etc. Or I can use Call the Haunted to bring back my Merlio, pop a back row, and proceed to plus off from there. These cards cause gains major pluses, and I think it's a staple. Should be a staple in almost any deck that runs Call the Haunted or that can abuse its first and second effect. I use Void Trap Hole, obviously, because the card is amazing. If you guys can't read that, basically what it does is your opponent brings out a monster with 2,000 more attack that's an effect monster. You basically kill it. So yeah, the card is really, really good. It just didn't see any play because Compulse was a thing back in last format. So since Compulse isn't a thing no more, cards like this can see play, especially because it's searchable out. And as I said before, Sacred Sword basically draws me into my combo pieces that deals with my chain summoning. So if you guys haven't tried the Sacred Sword variant out, you really, really need to try the Sacred Sword out. Also, a few things I wanted to say about this format so far. This format is very, very diverse. Like, I'm really loving the fact that a lot of decks are saying play, especially black ones. As like a second deck, I kind of would like to pick up, but yeah, it's just I don't have resources right now. I don't really have time to invest into another deck. I mean, I have the resources, but investing into like smaller decks, I don't have time. I barely even go to locals right now. Right now I'm testing this deck currently at school with some friends of mine who play competitively at locals, and I respect them as decent players, as good enough players, and so far this deck has been doing pretty good. And it's also been doing good on DN, and when I do go to locals, this deck does pretty good as well. As far as YCS Toronto, I want to say it was a shocker that Dragon Rulers won, mainly because I'm like, wow, I thought he was going to blow the deck out the water, but after seeing how a few games I had a new Dragonian variant runs, the deck is just really fast, but I still think decks like Evil Sworn and Constellars can still give it a run for us, but I just felt like people wasn't ready for the Dragon match, mainly because they weren't deciding for it, and when they saw the Dragon players play, they just felt like, well, whatever, it's Dragons minus the Super Richu, so I should have no problem winning. And that's what basically caught people off guard. I think people just not being mentally prepared for it is what really caught people, what made people lose against that deck. But I digress. Blackwing is doing good in that event. Was not a surprise to me. They got the Whirlwinds, they got the Icarus Attack. I'm not surprised as well. I think Mermails did good. Came second. Mermail's still a good deck in my opinion, but at the same time, it's not what it used to be. And the way I see things, this is a very good time for gadgets to shine, because if I was fighting dragons and mermails at their prime, now that they're weak, I should have no problems defeating those decks with my gadget deck, because last time when I couldn't beat dragons, only time I would lose to them is really when they just rejuve, because I can keep the pace. The thing about gadgets, especially my 9 gadget variant, we can keep the pace with the field, and we can work our ass off to destroy their field and create locks via things like Abyss Dweller and etc. But once they super rejuve, burn through their resources, and super rejuve for like 8, it's kind of damn near impossible to beat. The same thing with Prophecy, and the same thing with Mermails. But the thing about Mermails is an easy matchup for us, but sometimes they just get that random OTK hand that you can't do nothing about, so yeah. But I'm really, really loving this deck out right now. Like, you guys seriously try Sacred Sword out in this deck. Not gonna lie, I did get the idea from MCO 40. So, from what I know, he gave up on the idea, but Robbie Cole, if you do watch this video, Sacred Sword is a thing for me. And when I do hit the tournament scene again, like a YCS or even a regionals, I plan on topping with this deck, or at least another variant in this deck. Well guys, I've talked enough for tonight. It's getting a little late. I get up for school in the morning, so Yup, 21, rate, comment, subscribe, hit that like button, and I'm out.